Skipping is a great way to teach rhythm and coordination within the movement of the body. Let's break down each of these types of skipping, starting with the easiest one and moving to the most difficult. With A skips, we're alternating touching one foot down twice to the ground while driving the other knee up to the chest. The arm that moves forward is the one that's going to be opposite to the knee that's driving up. Both feet will simultaneously be on the ground at the same time, but very briefly. You can start slow with these, and eventually you can get into a rhythm and perform them backward. B skips are a continuation of A skips that emphasize the hip cycle. The hip cycle means that the hip is moving up and around instead of just up and down. Everything is just the same as the A skip, except at the top, you're going to straighten out the leg and strike the ground behind you as you create the hip cycle. It's very important that you focus on staying forward with these instead of just leaning back and kicking. And these cannot be performed backward since you're really focusing on that strike as you come forward. C skips are a continuation of A skips with a lateral component. Every other skip, instead of driving the knee on one side forward, you're going to drive that knee out. It's really helpful to practice these standing still first. Just remember that when the knee goes out, the elbow goes in. You're going to perform these focusing on one leg at a time, and then you can also perform them backward. D skips are a single side emphasized A skip. For every 2 taps on one side, there's one quick knee drive and tap on the other side. Practice these ones standing still as well. It's always easier to start with one knee already up in the air. Just remember, it's not 2 taps each side. It's 1 tap one side, 2 taps the other. You'll perform each side individually, and then you can perform them backward. With all of these, try to be very mindful about how your body is moving. Try to keep the foot turned in the same direction as the knee. Try to make sure that the hip is doing what it's supposed to be doing. It's not going too far out, not too far in. And then focus on the hands and how they're moving in accordance to the knee.